Welcome to Unveiled Brazil. I'm your host, Paulo, and today we're diving deep into some fascinating topics. Joining me in the studio, we have our insightful interviewer, Jonas, ready to uncover new perspectives. And a very special welcome to our guest, Michelle, who brings a wealth of experience to our discussion. Get ready for an engaging conversation. Let's unveil Brazil.
Okay, so when you think of Santos, Brazil, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
For most people, it's probably Pelé, right?
Pele's city, you picture beaches, sunshine, maybe that famous football club.
That's the postcard image, yeah.
But what if I told you that's really just scratching the surface, like the very top layer of something much deeper, much richer?
Oh, definitely. Santos has this incredibly profound history, a really vibrant culture, and some, well, genuinely unexpected hidden spots you just wouldn't guess were there.
It's so much more than the beautiful coast and, its connection to the greatest footballer ever.
Absolutely. It's a place where really key historical moments happen. You've got these engineering marvels kind of tucked away, and even nature-setting world records there.
And that's exactly what we're trying to do today with the deep dive. We've gone through, a whole stack of different sources, articles, research, some really interesting local perspectives too. To basically cut through all the usual stuff and bring you what's most important, most intriguing, those moments that make you go, okay.
Right. This is sort of your shortcut to being genuinely well-informed about Santos. Whether you might actually go there someday, or you're just curious about places that, aren't quite what they seem.
We want to give you those unique insights. We'll be talking about things like the old tram lines.
Yeah, the historic ones.
Pelé's legacy, of course, but maybe in ways you haven't thought about. The huge impact of its coffee trade.
Oh, the coffee story's fascinating.
Those record-breaking gardens we mentioned, and even some, astonishing engineering stuff hidden away.
By the end of this, you're definitely going to see Santos differently, so maybe a good starting point.
Yeah.
What's the biggest misconception about Santos we need to tackle right away?
Oh, that's a good question, I think. I think a lot of people just see it as a beach town. Purely holidays, leisure.
Right, just a place to relax by the sea.
Yeah. But what really jumps out from the research is how much it's a working city, too. A historic hub, a place of real innovation. It's just disguised by that, beautiful setting.
A city with layers.
Exactly. So let's start peeling them back for anyone who are planning a trip, maybe from overseas. Santos is on the coast of São Paulo state. It's about, 110 to 124 kilometers south of São Paulo city itself?
That's right. And if you're flying into GRU, that's Guarulhos, São Paulo's main international airport, you've got a few ways to get down to Santos.
Okay.
There are bus services. You can get these comfortable executive shuttles. They're sort of mid-range price-wise. Or there are cheaper, more direct bus routes, too.
If you prefer, maybe you're in a group.
Then ride shares or pre-booked private transfers are easy enough to find. They'll take you right to where you're staying. So, yeah, getting there is pretty straightforward.
Good to know. Okay, so once you're actually in Santos, you really can't escape the giant figure who put it on the world map, Pelé.
No, his presence is everywhere. It's woven into the city.
And the Pelé Museum seems like the obvious place to start. It's in the historic center.
Yeah, in these beautifully restored old buildings, the Casarões do Longo. It's an absolute must visit. And it's not just, shirts and trophies.
Right.
It tells this powerful story, how a promise made by a kid shining shoes in a small town, Bauru, how that promise eventually lifted a whole nation and created this global icon.
Wow.
It really digs into the hard work and the humility behind the legend. You get the real person, not just the king of football image.
That sounds much more personal. Are there specific things in there about his early life before all the fame?
Oh, definitely. They do a great job showing his humble roots, like that story about him shining shoes for his first earnings. But the one that really gets you is him promising his dad he'd win Brazil a World Cup. His dad was crying after Brazil lost in 1950.
Oh, the Maracanazo.
Exactly. And Pelé, just a boy, makes this promise, and then just 8 years later, he actually does it.
Incredible, just 8 years.
It's such a powerful story of, dedication and making good on a promise.
And the museum itself is easy to get into.
Yeah, very accessible. The entry fee is really low, and I think it's often free on Tuesdays. They want people to be able to see it.
That's great. And besides the museum, the city remembers him in other ways, too.
Oh, yes. There's a statue of him right at the entrance of Vila Belmiro Stadium, doing his famous goal celebration pose.
Okay.
And then there's another well-known one, life-size, at Canal 5. It shows his signature soco no ar, that punch in the air after scoring.
Ah, the air punch. Iconic.
And even his final resting place, the Memorial Necropole Ecumenica, it has sculptures and memorials. People come from all over the world to pay respects there.
So for the real football fans listening, a trip to the stadium itself, Vila Belmiro, that's probably high on the list.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The official name is Urbano Caldera Stadium, but everyone knows it as Vila Belmiro. The guided tour, the Tour na Vila, is fantastic.
What do you get to see?
Well, there's the Memorial das Conquistas, the trophy room, basically, packed with cups, old kits, photos, videos. Really impressive. But you also see the players' locker room, the press conference room, you get pitch side, and maybe the coolest part, you walk through the tunnel.
The tunnel the players use.
The very one
Yeah.
where Pelé walked out, Neymar walked out, countless legends. Imagine standing in that exact spot.
Yeah, that's where you'd really feel the history. Is the tour expensive?
No, it's very affordable. Runs pretty regularly, too, but it's always smart to check ahead, especially if there's a match day coming up, as it might be suspended then.
Right, makes sense. Okay, so football is obviously huge in Santos, but to really get why it became Pelé City, why Santos FC became so legendary, we need to look at the city's economic engine, don't we?
Exactly. The port and the golden era that came with it, which is all tied up with coffee.
And you can still see that history in the Santos Historic Center.
Oh, absolutely. The cobblestone streets, the architecture, it really does transport you back to that time. It's incredibly charming, and it just screams global economic powerhouse.
And you can literally ride back in time, too, with the Historic Center tram tour.
Yes. The bonds, as they call them locally, these aren't replicas. They're actual trams from the 19th and 20th centuries.
Really? Original trams?
Yep. Sourced from various places, meticulously restored right there in Santos. They're very proud of having the first international live tram museum in Latin America.
That's amazing. So these are like museum pieces, but they actually work.
Exactly. Many are over 100 years old. And the conductors even wear the old-style uniforms from when trams were the main way to get around the city.
That's brilliant.
It shows how the city really values preserving these things, but keeping them alive, not just stuck behind glass. It's living history.
That's unique. Are there any, particularly special or themed trams to look out for?
Well, they actually did a special Bon Pelé. It was decorated with graffiti art as a tribute. And I read they even had a Bon de Amigo dos Animais sometimes for people with pets.
Huh, a pet-friendly tram.
The tour itself is lovely. It's quite short, takes you on a loop, and starts from the old Valongo station, which is this beautiful building from 1867.
Okay, sticking with history and the economy, the Coffee Museum. That sounds essential.
Absolutely crucial. It's inside the former official coffee exchange building.
Right.
And the building itself, wow, it's this grand, eclectic style, and you can just feel the immense wealth that coffee generated for Santos back then.
So what's inside the museum?
It was opened after a huge restoration project. It really walks you through the whole story of coffee in Brazil, from planting the first seeds to it becoming this, national symbol and huge export. The most impressive room is probably the Sala do Pregão. That's where they used to set the global coffee prices.
Your trading floor.
Exactly. It still has original furniture and the floor. It's this incredible geometric marble pattern with a Star of David in the middle. It really drives home how central Santos was to the world economy.
And there's art in there, too. You mentioned Benedicto Calixto.
Yes, stunning art. There's a big triptych by him showing how Santos changed over the centuries its founding, the busy port later on.
Okay.
And a huge stained glass window, also by Calixto, called Epopeia dos Bandeirantes. It uses images of gold, farming, and trade to symbolize different eras of Brazilian history. Really beautiful work. Before you leave the museum, though, you pretty much have to stop at the cafeteria.
Ah, for a coffee tasting.
Definitely. You can try beans from different parts of Brazil, and they have one of the weirdest and most expensive coffees anywhere. Jacu bird coffee.
Okay, wait. Jacu bird coffee. How does that work?
Well, it's unique. A bird, the jacu, eats the ripe coffee cherries.
Right.
The beans pass through its digestive system, and then, they're collected.
Collected, you mean, after the bird.
After the bird does its business, yes. They're collected, cleaned, processed. And apparently this natural fermentation process gives the coffee a really smooth, distinct flavor.
So a bird eats the beans, poops them out, and it becomes super expensive coffee.
That's pretty much the gist of it. It's definitely a conversation starter, and it kind of shows the lengths people go to for a unique brew.
Wow, okay, that's memorable. Right, moving away from coffee and history for a moment. Santos also has this amazing natural beauty, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of achievements, Santos actually holds a Guinness World Record.
Oh, yeah. For what?
For the largest beachfront garden in the world.
No way. Really?
Yep. It stretches for over 5 kilometers along the beach. It's this incredible mix of city planning and, love for green spaces. Yeah. It totally defines the look and feel of the Santos coastline.
5 kilometers of gardens. That must be beautiful for walking or cycling.
It's perfect for it. Great for photos, picnics. There's a long bike path that runs the whole length. Just a fantastic public space.
Any other green spots worth checking out?
The Municipal Orchidarium is lovely. It's like this little urban jungle Thousands of orchids, obviously, but also lots of free-roaming birds, some reptiles, even monkeys. A really peaceful escape right in the city.
Sounds nice. And for families?
The municipal aquarium is a big draw. It's actually the oldest aquarium in Brazil and the largest. Lots of tanks, diverse species, sharks, penguins, the works.
Oldest in Brazil. Wow. Okay, now.
Yeah.
You mentioned surprising engineering feats earlier. What was that about?
Ah, yes. This is one of Santos's real hidden gems, something most visitors would never know about. The Santa Teresa Voturua Reservoir.
A reservoir. What's so special about it?
Well, it's the largest underground water reservoir in Latin America.
Underground. How big are we talking?
Huge. It holds the equivalent of dozens of Olympic swimming pools, and it supplies water to millions of people in Santos and nearby cities.
Wow.
And here's the amazing part. It's carved directly into the rock, deep inside the Santa Teresa and Voturua hills. It's nice rock, the same ancient stuffed Sugarloaf Mountain in Rio is made of.
So it's like a giant cave filled with water.
Pretty much. An engineered cave. And here's the really cool bit, the aha moment.
Go on.
Every 2 or 3 years, when they need to do maintenance, they partially empty it, and they actually open it up for public tours.
You can go inside the giant underground reservoir.
Yes. Guided tours take you hundreds of meters inside the rock. Imagine walking through these massive caverns that are normally full of water.
That is incredible. Just thinking about that hidden infrastructure, keeping the city running.
It's almost surreal, apparently. Being inside that space, surrounded by ancient rock, it gives you this immediate, powerful sense of the scale of modern city planning and resource management. Really makes you appreciate those unseen layers.
Speaking of layers and views, Santos also has Monte Serrat, right, for panoramic views.
That's right. You ride a funicular tram up about 150 meters or so.
What's at the top?
There's an old casino building, which is now used as a cultural space. And the sanctuary of Nossa Senhora de Monte Serrat. She's the city's patron saint.
And the view.
Breathtaking. You see everything, the port, the city center spreading out across the water to the continental part. Gives you a great perspective on the whole layout.
Nice. Any other good spots for views or just hanging out?
The Emissario Submarino is cool. It's an urban park built on a pier, basically. It's got a really popular skate park, an observation deck looking out to sea, and this big sculpture of Neptune. Great for watching the ocean, cycling, skating.
Sounds like a good place to unwind. What about food? Does Santos have its own specialties?
It does. They even have an official city dish. It's called meca santista.
Meca santista. What's that?
It's grilled meca fish. That's a type of swordfish, and it's usually served with this creamy risotto made with palm hearts.
Ooh, palm heart risotto sounds good.
And also a side dish called banana farofa. That's like toasted cassava flour mixed with banana. It's a classic Brazilian thing.
Interesting combination. Swordfish, palm heart risotto, banana farofa.
Yeah, it's unique, but generally you'll find loads of fresh seafood, obviously. And strong Portuguese influences, too, like really good codfish cakes, bolinhos de bacalhau.
Yum. Okay, does Santos have big events during the year? Festivals?
Oh, yeah, it gets lively. There's the Santos Cafe Festival, usually in July.
Makes sense, given the history.
Exactly. It's not just about tasting coffee. It's like the whole city smells of coffee. There's live music, workshops, really immersive, a sensory dive into its biggest export.
Sounds great. Anything else?
Also in July, there's the Santos Jazz Festival. They bring in Brazilian and international jazz artists performing at different venues around the city. Shows its cultural side beyond just history and sport.
Good mix. So if someone is planning a visit, when's the best time to go?
Generally, the shoulder seasons are good, so maybe April to June or September through November.
Like that.
The weather is usually milder, not quite as hot or rainy as the peak summer, and fewer crowds than in high season.
Which is when? December to February.
Exactly. That's Brazilian summer, so expect it to be busy and hot.
Got it. And places to stay. Any recommendations?
Plenty of choice. You've got historic, traditional hotels right on the beach, like the Park Balneario, which has a prime spot. Or lots of comfortable, modern international chains, too. Something for most budgets.
Okay. So, wrapping this all up, what's the big takeaway from our deep dive into Santos?
Well, it really drives home that Santos is so much more than just Pelé's city or a beach destination.
Right. It's this complex blend.
Exactly. You've got the sporting legend, obviously, but layered with this rich colonial and industrial past. The coffee boom.
And the record-breaking nature, the gardens.
The surprising hidden engineering like that reservoir, and this lively ongoing cultural scene, too.
So by digging into all these different parts, you get a much richer picture, right? You move past the stereotype.
Precisely. You get a genuine understanding of its unique character. It stops being just a place on a map and becomes a story, a place with hidden depths.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How one city can hold so many different things at once. History and modernity, fame and hidden gems, nature and industry.
It does. It makes you wonder. What other stories are hiding in plain sight in places we think we know?
Maybe the places that seem most familiar on the surface are the ones with the most surprising secrets waiting underneath. Something to think about.